After a month that felt like a year in the beta, Battlefield 6 was finally released for us FPS fans to sink our teeth into the fresh content. But even though the game's launch was like yesterday, Season 1 is already upon us. And thankfully, I was allowed to load the rifle and start the tank engines to drop into the two new maps coming to Battlefield 6 Season 1, Blackwell Fields and Eastwood. So far, some of the Battlefield 6 maps do encourage players to jump into jets, play tanks or go infantry only to capture the objectives. However, I'm glad that Blackwell Fields is one of those classic looking Battlefield maps that offers variety. They'll place hills, buildings and more than enough open area for the vehicle combat enthusiasts. It's like Operation Firestorm and Merak Valley shaking hands. I found no advantage with the spawn areas of Blackwell Fields as they are both surrounded by an open area. You will find ruins and oil fields as you move on from either side of the map, but to strike a delicate balance for the infantry, hills and rocks are put in different areas as cover. They are not there for a massive impact on the gameplay like Zone C of the Conquest and Liberation Peak, but it's enough to save you from the enemy jets passing by. This also adds the element of surprise, as you may not know what's waiting behind the hills you're about to climb.
I need a medic!
On the other hand, Eastwood is the map that's extra dense with buildings, hedges and fences. If you're a fan of Siege of Cairo, then this will be your next favorite map. Tank fights are limited, but that's the beauty of it. You get more buildings to drive through. There are roads around the map though, but you must master the technique of drifting with tanks to move past the obstacles before you're stuck, and the enemy engineer sends all the crew to high heaven. In Conquest, Point E is where verticality is added to the gameplay, perfect for elite snipers to take a high ground and mark or kill the enemy troops for the team. Speaking of verticality, climbing over the rooftops is one trick or treat that might reward you with a bunch of easy kills from above, or you may just feed the enemy sniper with a sweet 100 points. Season 1 features two new game modes that make the game even more enjoyable for fans of close quarter combat, as well as players joining the world of Battlefield from other FPS games. First is a new 4v4 strike point, which plays like search and destroy without a bomb, followed by the 8v8 sabotage to see which team can break through the enemy defenses in a smaller scale combat. Starting with the mode that I think is golden, Strike Point is an action-packed game mode that encourages players to rush. You only get one life per round, and the objective is to either wipe the enemy squad or capture the objective that's right in the middle. And the big difference here from a classic search and destroy is that Battlefield 6 has classes. You can utilize Recon's drones to spot the enemies early in the game, break through buildings with the engineer's RPG, or insta-revive down players as support.
You're a lifesaver!
Sabotage is a small-scale 8v8 breakthrough, with both teams having their own HQ that enemies can't set foot into. One team defends the crates scattered over the three zones in the middle area of the map, while the other team must break their defense and destroy the supplies. I found it way easier to defend the supplies than to spawn trap the opponents, since there are only a few ways they can rush through, but it's the challenge of the mode to see which invader team can sabotage more crates to win the game. This season is about to introduce one of the best maps in both scale and design, and an infantry-friendly playground. The Strike Point and Sabotage are the absolutely perfect ways to get the most out of Battlefield 6 close quarter and non-stop action, whether you just like the infantry battles or want to warm up to join the big fights later on. Thank you for sticking to the end. If you enjoyed our preview of the Battlefield 6 Season 1, make sure to slap that like and subscribe button, and also check out our other reviews like Ninja Gaiden 4 and Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2. Follow us at thenerdastash.com, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.